What's up, everybody? We're back at it with another episode of Steel Curtain Weekly. And I got my homies with me. I got Noah and I got Chase. And we're about to talk about the Steelers once again for another week. Another dub for us. That's what's up. Another
10-3,
dub.
baby. 10-3.
Oh, yeah. We are so excited to talk about our boys. We're just going to be talking about, week 14 and how everything went during that week against the Browns. It was another divisional game that we had. And so, Noah, what are your thoughts about the game? Like, what did you think that we did right, or what did you think that there could be some change?
I think that the Steelers are arguably the best team in the AFC right now. I'm gonna say it. I know that that's been a judging question, like a controversial topic involving our team going back and forth a lot this year, and I think that this game, I mean, every game as of the last 5 weeks can keep on adding on to that in our favor. I mean, Russ stays on fire. He's been on a roll. I mean, if the fact that we put up almost 30 points without Pickens, without our game-changing weapon, is pretty impressive. I know the Browns aren't that good on either side of the ball this year, but still, like, considering it was a divisional matchup and a critical point of our season where we needed a win this game, it's definitely a good one. Play calling looked a lot better. I think that I read something last night where it said like Russ is leading the league in completion percentage
I saw
in
that.
passes over 15 yards. So I mean that's more than Burrow, you know. And so I
Too.
mean, and yeah, I just think the play calling looked a lot better. And I think that us letting him throw the ball deep more down the field is just helping our cases every game we do it. It stays being a problem for defenses to stop consistently. And our running game looked better. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, in my opinion, but it looked better from last week for sure. Warren was bouncing off tackles, which is pretty cool. Defense was amazing. Defense came in clutch with I think the Keanu Benton pick that happened in like, I think what was the second quarter. I think that's when the momentum started to change. And then that went on uphill from us for in our favor. Everything started to click. First quarter was definitely slow, but we locked in after that and picked things up and took the dub. So that's all that really matters at the end of the day. I think this was a quality win for sure. Special teams also with the muff punt recovery, like Boswell stays on fire and staying being a machine automatic this year. So yeah, everything looked good. Great home win. It was much needed.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. I could agree with you on that, Noah. I definitely had noticed an improvement from the week before. And honestly, I was pretty proud to see how they played on Sunday against the Browns. And like you said, it was a good game and it didn't feel like it was one of those stressful games. It felt more smooth. And we're 10-3. So I'm really excited about that record. So hopefully we could keep stacking up those wins. Chase, how do you feel about how the Steelers and Browns game went on for week 14? Was there anything that you felt that could be changed, or were you pretty satisfied with how the game went?
All right. I'm gonna start defensively. Defensively, I mean, to me, that was what I expect from our defense. You know, going back to the Bengals game the week before, it's like I said before, it happens. We were in a shootout game, it happens, but like the defense was perfect in my opinion. We're gonna give up 14 points, but you know what? At the end of the day, our offense should be able to score more than 14. So defensively was definitely up to expectations. Um, there's nothing really much to say about that. I just know I believe in our defense more than I believe in any team's defense in the league. People want to say we don't have the best defense, you know, that's fine, but I need someone to give me an argument as to why we're not. Like we literally lead the league in turnovers. We get the ball, you know, we take the ball when we need to take the ball. Um, so like in that Browns game, Cordell Patterson had that fumble. I thought For a second, I thought for a simple fact that that game was going to start being a heart attack game. Yes, it was a calm game at first, and it was like, yeah, we kind of blew them away, and it was nice to finally have that type of game. But when Patterson fumbled that ball, I was like, yeah, we're just going back to Steelers football. Like, it's going to be close. But speaking of the defense, what do? They end up getting a pick, and they get the ball back. So defensively, it was very good. Offensively, like Noah said, I'm honestly satisfied offensively in that game too, considering the fact that we didn't have George Pickens in that game. George Pickens is a like he even if he doesn't get the receptions, he's just the game changer for the team. He's the reason that we can spread the ball around because Pickens is going to be the deep threat. The opposing defense has to acquire him. He doesn't always have to go deep, but they're going to obviously acquire our number one. But so realistically, honestly, I am satisfied with the way our offense played. Um, I mean, it'll be better obviously with the number one receiver, but we'll be patient. We'll get him back and go from there. That Browns game though was definitely, in my opinion, even with the 9-3 record we had going into it, that was a must-win game. So I'm very happy that we did what we needed to do, considering the next three games on our schedule. And then now also having to take in that we don't know when Pickens is going to come back. We don't know if he's going to sit versus Philly and Baltimore. We don't know. I mean, obviously, rest him because we're going to need him going forward. We are going to make the playoffs, and that's really what matters. You know. But yeah, overall, very good game. I do also agree with Noah of the momentum definitely did switch during that Benton interception. That's when the game switched. The first quarter was very slow. I was actually texting Noah during the first quarter. I was getting very agitated with our offense going three and out, 4 consecutive drives. I was like, yeah, like we're gonna lose to the Browns again. But we only play one half of football is what he responded, and little to see, he was right.
That's just how it be, man.
That's
Shit.
Steelers football for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good points, Chase. Really good points. And I do feel like, you know, the Steelers, like I had mentioned and like you guys mentioned too, like there was definitely some improvement from last Sunday's game. And I'm just really proud of this group and I just love to see the wins. I love to see them stacking those wins. The Browns, like they didn't score anything for the second or the third quarter. The Steelers, they put more points on the board, obviously, because the final was 27-14. With that win against the Browns, we did eliminate the Browns out of the playoff contention race. I mean, it is what it is, but they are out. And Bengals too. Bengals just won yesterday, but talking about the Steelers and Browns game, it was a pretty good game. The Steelers, they had 267 total yards, passing yards. They had 147 rushing yards, 120, and yards per play. They had about 4.3 for that. They had some pretty good first downs as well. And also, when it came down to third down efficiency, that was pretty good as well. They did do a good job with, making sure that everything was on point. Defense was good. Of course, no doubt about our defense. Our defense always comes out and they always just do what they have to do. And I was really happy to have Alex Highsmith back as well. That's my man right there, but I was really happy to have him back. For me, I feel like he's one of like the best linebackers there is. He's like I just love like his play ethic and I just love like his energy and what he brings to the Steelers. It's just really nice to see him back. And also like the Steelers, we face the Eagles, we face Philly on Sunday, so that's gonna be a Pennsylvania showdown right there. So I am nervous. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit nervous for this game, but I'm also pretty excited and pretty stoked. I do feel like we have a big chance of also beating Philly. I don't think that we cannot beat them. We just have to stay focused and, just keep on making those adjustments throughout these next few weeks. But this is a big game for us on Sunday. This right here determines basically like our playoff hopes. I mean, we're definitely going to go to the playoffs regardless because our record says it all, and the way we've been playing the whole season, the majority of the season, it shows, and we do deserve to go to the playoffs for sure. um but yeah, if we win against Philly on Sunday, then we're definitely going to clinch a spot for sure. And it would just feel better if we won because I would just feel better. Like, just if we win rather than losing, even if we do lose, I mean, it's not going to really hurt us too much, but it would be nice to get a win specifically for Sunday because that is a big game for us. Um, but like Chase said, I felt like the first half, like especially like the first quarter, we were playing pretty slow. We had like a pretty slow start. And I was getting like, pretty anxious. I was getting nervous. I was just like, oh my gosh. But then as the game went on, and like you guys said, after that pick was made, I feel like they started to get their momentum after that. And things really started to turn around for us. And then look at what happened. We ended up pulling a win. And I was happy because I was like, if we lose to the Browns again, that's going to be so embarrassing. But I'm glad that we beat them. And, we're 1-1 this season with them. Um, and also too, like Jameis Winston has like our defense did what they could with him. They did what they did. They sacked him, and also like Winston threw a pick as well. So that was pretty good. That the our defense was keeping an eye on that. And yeah, I mean, I just really hope that on Sunday, against Philly, we will come out and play some great Steelers football because I love December football. December football, I feel like, in my opinion, is the most fun football that the Steelers play. And I just really think, and I'm not just saying this because, my birthday's in December, but I personally feel like the Steelers, they do play some good football in December. So, I'm looking forward to seeing what the Steelers will do on Sunday. And to wrap things up, I'll start with you, Chase. What are your expectations for Sunday's game going into Philly? What are you most excited about? What are you looking forward to?
I'm just looking forward to see how the team plays versus one of the top dogs. Um, Even though it's an NFC team, I mean they're the second best team in the NFC. Uh, I just want to see how we play because this is definitely going to be a challenge. These are challenge games, Philly and Kansas City, So I want to see. I want us to bring the firepower, and I know the defense can bring the firepower. I'm going to be really specifically looking at how our offense plays. Like I want to see. I didn't even bring it up, but what I really want to see start happening is using Fryermuth in the middle of the field. I think Fryermuth right now is probably, you can debate this with me, but I think Fryermuth right now is our number one weapon on the offense right now. Mike Williams is obviously the number one wide receiver, but my heart, my guts is telling me give the ball to Fryermuth. Without Pickens, I want Muth to have the ball in his hands. Yeah, we can give it to Mike Williams, and I love Mike Williams. I'm glad we got him. But when I look at this offense right now, I want to see Muth hold the ball. Um, and he got that one touchdown against Cleveland, which I didn't bring up, but that was great to see. So realistically, bring the firepower, pressure Jalen Hurts because he's honestly not having that good of a season. But I will specifically be looking to see, how Arthur Smith play calls the offense, and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, and what about you, Noah? What are you looking forward to for Sunday's game against Philly?
Yeah. How are we going to compete against one of the top dogs? Like Chase said, I mean, he pretty much just said it pretty well. I agree with him saying that we need to utilize Fryermuth more to our. I think he's more capable than people think. I mean, the guy's like a receiver pretty much, just playing tight end. Yeah, I noticed that Russ has been kind of connecting with him better during games, especially over the middle and the red zone, especially. So hopefully we keep seeing more of that action. But my expectations, though, I feel like it's going to be a close game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout or anything. I think we'll keep it close. I feel like we'll come up a bit short.
Yeah.
I could see it being like a 27-21 or 27-24. But yeah, I mean, it's great timing that we got Highsmith back from his injury because now we don't have Pickens with his injury. So it's kind of a trade-off, you know. So
Right.
I'm glad. Yeah, I mean, I hope Pickens we get him back like sooner rather than later, of course. But nah, I think because this is kind of off topic, but I was watching the highlights of that last week's game when they played at home against the Panthers. Like, dude, the Panthers, I don't know if you guys saw the game or saw the highlights, but like the Panthers should have beat them. Like the Panthers were driving down, they had the ball like with 1 minute left, right? They were at like the 10, their own 10. So they drove like mostly down the field, and Bryce Young threw I think it was like a 50, 40-yard pass to Xavier Legette. Xavier Legette caught it, but he dropped it like in the process of falling down. And he went in the end zone. It would have been a touchdown if he caught it. And it was literally in his hands. And then that led to a fourth down, and they obviously didn't convert. So it's like, dude, if the Panthers can really put up a fight like that in Philly, like, why can't we? You know, like, why can't we win the game, you know? So, I don't know. That's just my thing. But I'm really impressed with how this team's played overall. I think that people keep counting us out. Fine, let them do it. I think that we honestly perform better with the odds against us. I keep saying that, but
I feel the same way. We really do.
Yeah, man, I'm fine with that. But yeah,
Right?
no, Russ is staying on fire. The whole team's locked in. They're all. I think the locker room's been the best. I think this is the best the locker room's been since like 2017, 2016.
Yeah, it's
almost
been a
almost yeah, almost a damn decade. So I mean,
Mhm.
and then Tomlin obviously is doing what he does, and
Yep.
yeah, I think we got. I was talking to some Philly fans like on a TikTok live last night, and they were saying to me when they found out I was a Steelers fan, they said, "Okay, I think you guys are probably the only team the rest of our schedule that can actually beat us." So I'm like, "Yep."
Wow.
Well, because the rest of their schedule is not that like challenging anyway. They play the rest of their
Yeah.
division.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, exactly. So like, yeah, I'm just saying like if the Panthers, that's what I'm saying. If the Panthers can keep it close, why can't we beat them? You know,
Exactly. And
but
I
we're gonna have
mean,
to see.
there's gonna be doubters, of course. There's people doubting us and saying that, oh, the Eagles will beat the Steelers and the Steelers are frauds and whatever. But
Yeah, we're not
oh
frauds.
well, that's why I keep my mouth shut, because I'm gonna be like, well, if they win on Sunday, if the Steelers win on Sunday, I'm gonna be like, yep, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
That's
no,
exactly what I thought.
anyone who says that we're frauds doesn't know ball. Like they literally don't
Exactly.
know ball. Yeah, but
Exactly.
I think we're definitely capable of winning this game. Do I think so? No, but we'll see. Hopefully, I'm wrong. But yeah, what are your thoughts, Korea?
I feel like we could definitely win this game, Noah. I feel I'm on the same page as you and Chase. I feel like, we just have to stay focused, and, offense has to just like really show out and do their thing. And I also would love to see Moose get the ball a little bit more as well. He's doing such a great job at, the plays that he's making and everything like that. And I feel like this game is gonna be a pretty good damn game. And honestly, like, I wouldn't even be surprised if it goes as far as us going into like a OT game, honestly, just because we're just gonna be keeping the game close. I do agree with you, Noah, when you said that you feel like the game is gonna end close. I could definitely see that. Lately we have been, playing some pretty close games. Well, on Sunday's game, against like, the Browns, that was different because we actually put up a good game, and they had 14 and we had 27. We almost had 30 points. So we, actually shut it down there. But hopefully, like, on Sunday, like, we could put some good points on the board. And I am nervous, like I mentioned earlier, but I'm also like really stoked because it has been a while since, these two Pennsylvania teams have faced each other during a regular season game. So it's going to be just exciting, to see that. And, um, I do believe that we will pull a win, and I have faith in our boys. And,
Hmm.
even if they have a rough start in the beginning, I'm not going to be tripping out too much because I feel like that's our boys in a nutshell. Like, they're always the type of team that, and this has been happening for years, but they're the type of team that will play down in the first half, and then the second half they'll come back and they'll just pull a win. And usually that happens a lot with them. Like, we're over here just like panicking, stressed. And then the second half, they start playing and then they pull like a win. And we're just like, oh my goodness, like we actually won.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we've always been late bloomers.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Sunday's game for sure. And it's going to be a
Yeah.
great.
I will say this too. I know that we have to stop not only the Saquon Barkley, but as if we keep Jalen Hurts from getting hot or like getting any momentum going, Eagles are done. Like if they don't get Jalen Hurts going at all, they're not doing anything. So I think if our pass rush actually does their shit the way they've been doing it the whole season, they're gonna have a tough time.
Oh yeah. And also like they just gotta make sure that they pressure the quarterback too. Like, Hurts, they just gotta put pressure on him. And another thing, like that's another thing too. And then, everything will be all good for us.
Yeah,
So
and I feel like the only good part of the Eagles defense is their secondary. I think everything else kind of sucks. So
yeah.
that's just me
One
though.
last thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys even heard this, but I heard that Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown are not getting along.
Oh, you
Um,
heard about that?
Oh
so I
wow.
don't I
I
don't know
actually
if
didn't.
they're gonna, I
Bra-
don't know if anything's gonna affect
Brandon
that, but
Brandon Graham said it was not true. Like they're all saying it's not true. Like AJ Brown said it's false.
yeah, well, I'm gonna believe it's true.
Ooh.
Hey, I mean that'd be crazy though. Imagine,
Right?
because damn, that's a top 5 receiver you got, bro. It's like
For
if you're
real.
not if you're not on the same page with that guy, he's gonna be walking out of there soon.
Right?
So, yeah, but yeah, excited for the game. It should be a good game. Pennsylvania showdown, and I like we'll see Kenny Pickett chilling on the sidelines too.
Oh yeah.
It's
that's
kind of
gonna
awkward,
that's
but
gonna be funny, but like you said, also kind of awkward too, but that'll be
that's the
interesting.
thing. That's the thing that'd make it so much funnier if we actually win that game. It's like, dude, Kenny, you actually think you'd compete with this guy in the clubhouse? Like, just oh man, that'd be funny. But yeah, can't
But
wait for the
one
game on Sunday.
But one last thing too before we go, but another thing is like I know I keep saying this and I've said this a lot in our episodes, but I'm really proud of this team and especially the way that they've been, I don't know, I don't know about you guys, but when it comes to the Steelers, I get emotional when it comes to them. And
Hmm.
like if they win on Sunday, I probably will cry
Hmm.
because that's going to be like really nice and like it's actually the first this is the first season in a good minute where we've actually played some good football. And we're not
Hmm.
over here like stressing or like most seasons, like at least for the past like what 8 9 years, it's just been stressful watching these boys play. And we've gone through a lot of changes, in the past couple years. And last season, of course, like last season, like we weren't really playing all that good. We were like we had some good games, but compared to this season, we're talking about something else. Like this season is fun.
We
Like
could
it's
win the
honestly
Super
fun.
Bowl.
That's honestly how I feel. Like I don't
Yeah,
care what anybody tells me. Like I'm just like we could literally go that far into the playoffs and win the whole thing.
yeah, we have the
So,
team to do it.
oh yeah. So the thing is like we are like a team to like watch out for. And like I said like moments ago, there are doubters, there are people that are saying that we're frauds and all that, but the thing is like those are haters and we're always going to have haters. So
Got
but
plenty of those.
the
Yep,
Steelers is our team and we're going to be riding with them until we die. So there we go.
yep. Hey, If we don't get, I want to get like. Sorry, this is my last remark, but I'll be very, very happy if we get to like the number 2 spot. Like,
Dude, that would be great.
it's like because 3 is nice. Don't get me wrong, but like if you get a
Yeah.
number 2 spot, that's at least like 2 home games in the playoffs.
Oh
So it's
yeah.
like, and I'm fine with not being the 1 seed, fine, but like,
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know. That's just me though, but we'll see.
And the Ravens, they're coming back from their bye on Sunday, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, you guys know who they're playing?
No, I'm not sure.
The Giants.
Oh,
Oh, great.
well,
They're gonna beat them.
go Giants. go Drew Lock.
Right. Well, that's a wrap for this episode, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Steel Curtain Weekly, and you have your boy Chase, Noah, and me, Korea. We'll see you guys, and we're gonna run it back with another episode next week. All right.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Yes,
Peace out,
sir. Let's
guys.
get it.
Let's go.